Good morning, Saskatchewan, and welcome to Switchback. Yeah, it used to be Switchback, but the S is right here. So, well, for today, at least, it's Switchback. This is show number 107, and you may have caught a glimpse right off the bat of our special guest today, who traveled in here all the way from Vibank. That is the #1 pack of Cubs from Vibank. Give us a wave, guys. That's the guys waving at us right now. I want to say a special hello to all the folks that were involved with Basketball Beat, the elementary basketball tournament, also the Luther Invitational Tournament. Vic Comp from Edmonton won the basketball tournament itself, as well as the cheerleading competition, so congratulations to you folks. Also say hello to everyone who's at the Fire Flames competition. I can't believe it's only February, and we're already picking 12 firemen for next year's calendar, but you always want to look ahead. And next year's leap year. All right, special point in time. Use that extra day to full advantage. We have a birthday person in our crowd. It is the 7th birthday of this person, Lee Hunt, who lives in Regina. Lee, give us a wave. Good wave, Lee. And it's also a very special birthday of some very famous people who we will, well, keep secret for now, but safe to say today, February 22nd, is International Thinking Day. If I was like an old-fashioned teacher, I'd say, put on your thinking caps. But I'm not. Ooh, I hate that expression. I hate that expression. I don't hate Rena and Nicholas, though, who used to live in Saskatchewan and have now moved to Toronto. So for you, Nicholas and Rena, who have friends taping this show, hello, we miss you. Apparently you miss us, but you don't want to miss today's Switchback. It's jam-packed with lots of action, including Grammy nominees as videos and an all-new Get Smart. And we're going to take a look at those right now. Grammy nominee Steve Winwood shows us why he's back in the high life again.
Oh, Max, I have to put Fang on the inactive list. Let's go down and look at some other dogs.
Max's dog, Fang, is the focus of another crime-fighting fiasco.
Max, Fang just doesn't have it anymore.
Doesn't have it anymore? Why, Fang is just as competent as I am.
I know.
Peter Gabriel's So album has him firmly planted in the big time.
I've got to make it so, It's a turnaround jump shot, it's everybody jump start, it's every generation throws a
And Paul Simon's album Graceland stirs up a lot of talk, while The Boy in the Bubble floats up the charts.
Boy in the bubble and the baby with the babbling heart, and I believe these are days, lasers in the jungle, lasers in the jungle somewhere.
Yes, Saskatchewan, today, February 22nd, is International Thinking Day. The crowd goes wild with International Thinking Day. We have two people here representing the Girl Guide movement, and they will explain Thinking Day to people like me and people like you because, well, I can't think of what it means. We also have, hopefully, a group of fine Saskatchewan athletes who have just returned from the Canada Games. In fact, they returned about 4 o'clock this morning. These will be probably the Regina athletes because the Saskatoon and Yorkton and athletes from the rest of the province are probably still on their way home. So we hope they've got a couple of hours of sleep, and they'll be here to tell us how they did at the Canada Games. Of course, the second half athletes have just left to compete in the Canada Games, continuing all this week in Cape Breton. We're also going to have a chance to meet with two Pauls today. The first Paul is Paul Brody, known as Mr. Saxophone, as he makes a 60-stop tour through our province. He'll be here to do a little saxophone demonstration and tell us a little bit about his tour. And we also have Paul Wayne, who is probably Canada's most prolific and successful television writer, who has been involved in writing all kinds of shows and creating a lot of television shows. He's here working on a new CBC pilot, which will be made right here in sunny Saskatchewan. So looking forward to meet both of those Pauls later on. Also, if your phone rings in the next 85 minutes, pick it up and say, make it quick, I'm watching Switchback, and you're just liable to win a record album. I got a feeling it'll be those Rock 86 albums. You see, we have a whole bunch of those, and, well, they're outdated, so we're trying to get rid of them. So if your phone rings, pick it up and say those correct words. And also, we're going to put you people in the know. I just love when we do that. Okay, time to start off with our videos this morning. Now, there are five albums nominated for Top Album of the Year in the Grammys. Okay, the Grammys are going to be Tuesday night, hosted by Billy Crystal and Billy. You look marvelous. Now, we do not have songs by Janet Jackson or Barbara Streisand who have albums up for Album of the Year, but we do have Peter Gabriel, Paul Simon, and this guy, Steve Winwood. Now, I first got turned on to Steve Winwood a couple years back with his Ark of a Diver album, but now he's got a new one, and it's really good. This is the title track from Steve Winwood, Back in the High Life.
Full-flavored 100% beef patty, mustard, sauce, and pickles, tucked in a bakery fresh sesame seed bun. Dairy Queen's cooking them up right now for Canada's burger lovers. Delicious, sizzling, home-style burgers, all for an incredible price. A burger for under $1.
Whoop, but they're going fast. Oh, really fast. You better scoot on down while our burgers last, because at 99 cents, everybody's eating them up so fast, we're having a hard time keeping up the demand.
But we'll try.
We treat you right.
Coconut, moist, tender coconut, covered with with a thick, smooth, chocolatey coating. New Bounty, moist, tender coconut, gives you the taste of paradise.
Didn't you ever have guys at your school that didn't fit in? Well, I'm one of those guys.
The only things I care about in this life are me and my drums and you.
She's the trash, you're just a fool.
What do you want?
I want you to beg.
What they found in each other was the courage to find themselves. Some Kind of Wonderful, a John Hughes production, directed by Howard Deutsch.
Starts Friday at a theater near you. Check local listings.
Listerman with fluoride keeps your breath fresh longer than any other leading mouthwash. And Listerman has fluoride to help fight cavities. Listerman with fluoride, mouthwash with staying power.
Yes, good morning again, and welcome, Saskatchewan. Whoa, they're stirred up in the cheap seats there. Last week on Switchback, we featured a Get Smart episode, which featured a very prominent and famous actor. Hence, we had a question. Name the famous actor who stars in Star Trek and also starred in last week's Get Smart. Believe it or not, this guy made like millions of dollars because of his ears. And I figured I'm going to give it a shot too. Now, the answer to that question, of course, was Mr. Spock, but we wanted his acting name, which is Leonard Nimoy. So I'll pull out 3 letters and 3 winners. Leonard Nimoy is the answer, that's correct. Carrie Schultz, who lives in Regina. You're our first winner. Carrie, congratulations. Did we get a look at the pointy one? He was there, that Vulcan. I forget what this. Go forth and live long and prosper. There you go. We got Trekkies hanging out here. Lorena Bujols, I believe it is, in Davidson, also had the correct answer. That makes 2 correct answers. And our third lucky winner, we'll reach down to the bottom. Oh, a lovely picture. You may want to get a look at that picture. The actor of Star Trek that played on last week's Get Smart show was Leonard Nimoy, or Mr. Spock. This comes to us from Cindy Wilson, who also lives in Regina. Nice drawing here, Cindy, of moi and the chicken. There it is. You folks are going to win the board game known as Advance 2 Boardwalk, which is hanging out right over here. So thanks very much to everyone who entered. There is the Advance to Boardwalk game. Thanks to the Parker Brothers people for giving that to us. Okay, time for the first half of this week's Get Smart. You may think the show has gone to the dogs. No, it's just a bit of a change this week. Max has a dog named Fang, and they decided to infiltrate the Chaos Kennel by putting Fang in there along with a mini TV camera on his collar. And I believe it's B17, which is a parrot with a computer mind. It doesn't make any sense to me either, but after all, as is the title of this week's show, I'm only human.
I want a nice light snack right now. Oh, hi there. I gotta go. Oh, I can't wait. Come on, we're getting closer. Whoa, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, getting closer. Hi guys, nice hats. Down here. Whoa, oh, it's gonna be good. Oh, pardon me, I think I see what I want. Gotcha.
If you want a nice light snack, go get it.
The great winter used car clearance is on now in the Winter Fair building in the exhibition grounds. Over 100 used vehicles are available, all reconditioned and ready to go. Crestview Dodge and Knight Nissan have combined forces to give you the best selection and the best price. Everything must be sold, so now's the time to buy. You could win 1,000 liters of gas absolutely free. Come on in and see us down the lane of the exhibition grounds to the Winter Fair building, where the deals are hot during the great winter clearance sale of used cars.
Brom Pet Food believes you should get more nutritional information and value out of the pet foods you're buying. Compare Fromm to your present brand. No fillers or byproducts, just all natural good nutrition. Buy in the bulk size and save up to 50% on your annual pet food budget. Fromm comes in 7 special mixes. You'll save and your dog will love it. And that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Available at these fine stores.
Experience the ultimate banquet atmosphere at Buddy's Steak Ranch. Our Park Street location features facilities to accommodate large gatherings for any occasion. Let us prepare a feast displaying the savory tastes you desire, with all food prepared using special recipes from our kitchen. And you can enjoy this same cuisine during our noon hour smorgasbord or Sunday brunch. Our friendly staff will be happy to serve you. Buddy's Steak Ranch. Call us today to book your next banquet.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan. If you just hopped out of bed and you just looked at the calendar, I'm sure you realize it's International Thinking Day. I don't know what it means either. That's why we brought in these special guests. Please welcome Barb and Heather, who are members of the guide family, I suppose, sort of the extended family of guides. And Barbie, I'll start with you. Maybe you can tell me, what is International Thinking Day?
Well, it's the celebration of the birthdays of our founders, Lord and Lady Baden-Powell.
Our founders, Lord and Lady Baden-Powell. So who's Lady Baden-Powell?
She's Olive Baden-Powell, and she helped start the guiding movement.
Okay, and Lord Baden-Powell, that was her husband, and he started the
Scouting movement.
Scouts. Okay, and today's is her birthday?
Both of theirs.
They both have the same, husband and wife with the same birthday. That's pretty good. Heather, why do they call this Thinking Day? They could have called it their birthday.
Because we think about the guides and scouts in other parts of the world.
Oh, so there are guides and scouts. Any idea of how many there are, or do they cover the world?
Over 100 different countries as members.
As a matter of fact, there are 108 countries, 8.3 million guides. It's the largest women's organization in the world. How long have you people been involved? How old are you, Barbie?
I'm 14.
14. Now, do you start out as a little?
I started when I was 6.
6 years old, and what are you called then?
Brownies.
Brownie. How long do you become, or do you stay?
I was a brownie for 3 years.
Or until you sell 50 billion cookies or something.
Actually, we haven't been selling cookies, but we're starting again this year.
Okay, and after you're a brownie, then what?
Go to guides.
And how long are you a guide?
3 years.
3 more years.
Yeah.
Now, getting badges and things like that, Heather, how do you, I see you've got quite a few of them there on that green stripe. You have to earn those by doing certain things. Do you have to get them all before you can advance to the next level, or?
If you want your cord. Like for guides, you get the blue cord, which is the all-round cord, and then in Pathfinders, you get the Canada cord, which is red and white.
Okay, so you and you sort of wear these as a display of your talents, I guess. Now, you people are Pathfinders. That's the highest level. Is there anything you can do?
There's Rangers.
Rangers. They look for forest fires and Smokey the Bear.
No.
No. What do Rangers do?
Well, they're just older than us. It's just like, it's just all part of the same movement, so.
Okay, well, I want to thank you guys for being here. On behalf of everybody here at Switchback, we'd like to wish all you guides and scouts out there happy Thinking Day. A few other tidbits of information. There are 274,500 guides in Canada, and we had 2 of them right here in our show. That makes it a very special thing. Thanks to you folks for being here. It's time for our second video of the morning. As I mentioned, all the videos this morning come from albums which are nominated for Album of the Year. This one comes from Peter Gabriel's So album. You'll remember that the So album gave us the famous Dancing Chickens from Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer. This time it's Peter Gabriel with his latest. It's called Big Time.
Hi there. I'm on my way, I'm making it. I've got to make it show, yeah. So much larger than life. I'm gonna watch it growing.
Thank you very much, Peter Gabriel. It's time now for a regular installment of what we like to call here at Switchback, In the Know. This is an opportunity to answer questions which you people pose to us. And if we're able to answer those questions, then in fact we have put you in the know. Our first question on this morning's show comes from Allison Gallinger, or Gallinge, or Allison, who lives in Dinsmore, Saskatchewan. And Allison's question is, please put me in the know with respect to this question. Why does the chicken have a Band-Aid on his leg? What happened? Now, I should mention right off the bat, the chicken is not here today. The chicken has left with the Canada Games athletes in the second half and is presently on Cape Breton Island. But I do have a scale model of the chicken. I'll put it right here. Now, for you, Allison, I'm going to point out the Band-Aid is situated on the right, I suppose, thigh, or as we like to say in the trade, drumstick of the chicken. And you can probably see that right there. And the reason the chicken has a Band-Aid is because the chicken was injured. Yes, a flying injury caused the chicken to hurt his leg, and so it has a Band-Aid on. So for you, Allison G. in Dinsmore, we've now put you in the know. Yeah, just checking. Sorry about that one. We also got a lot of mail from people that are interested in street lights and traffic lights and things like that. Interestingly, here in the city of Regina, it's one of the most rare and unique traffic light situations anywhere in the world. Some of you have asked us how those lights work, and, well, they run by computer, which is situated at City Hall in Regina. So we asked Lauren Braithwaite how it works and how many lights it controls.
We're presently up to 120, with 2 more to come online within a week, and we have 5 that we carry as test controllers. So that's 127. Capacity is 200. Basically, what we want to do in the morning, we want to get all the traffic into the downtown area where the majority of the population works. So we've decided to make everything come in the morning, and at night we move it all the other way. And in between time, in the off-peak periods, we try to get as much two-way traffic going as we possibly can. The computer will issue commands to the controller. And the controller is a little, well, it's actually a mini computer in those gray boxes that you see out there. And it tells that little machine how long to hold the green for the main street, when to let it go to the side street, how long to hold it in the side street, and then back to Main Street. Well, the board is actually my tool. I'm able to ask for specific functions, and the board will show me when an intersection fails. That's the computer drops it offline. That'll immediately show up as a little yellow light. And then it's a lot easier for me to see that than it is to keep watching the screen here. So I can immediately respond to it. Anything that drops off computer control, there's a little program built into the controller in the gray boxes. And it goes back to that program, and it'll operate that cycle. You'll still get all your reds, ambers, greens, arrows. I hope you've learned something about our traffic system, and I hope that we've helped to put you in the know.
You certainly have helped put us in the know, so thanks very much for that detailed report on traffic lights. I guess we often think about traffic lights because we're waiting at those red lights so long, we have a lot of time to think about traffic lights. Thanks very much. We hope we have put you in the know. Now, we need some more questions from you people out there, so if you want to be in the know, write down a question and send it to us. Here is our address. It is In the Know at Switchback, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina, and the postal code is S4P4A1. All right, thanks very much. We certainly appreciate your questions. Keep sending them in, and we'll keep reading them and sometimes answering them. Now, we have a lot of questions to answer dealing with our visit to Saskatoon. Yes, March the 15th, Switchback goes on the road for not 1, not 3, but 2 shows. 2 shows in Saskatoon. Our normal show in the morning and a taped show in the afternoon. And if you're interested in being there, and we'd love you to be there, here's what you need to do. You need to write for tickets. Now, the tickets are free, but the only way you can get to them, get those tickets, is to write to us. And here's what we need from you. Tell us how many tickets you need and which show you want to see. The morning show or the afternoon show? The morning show, regular at 9 o'clock, air bands. The afternoon show will start at 1:30 with all kinds of different guests. So tell us how many tickets you need, morning or afternoon. Second, be sure to include your name, your address, and your phone number with your request. That way we know what to say when we get a hold of you, like hi Fred, or hi Sally, or whatever. Thirdly, you must include a self-addressed stamped envelope with your letter. That way we can put the tickets in that envelope and mail it back to you. Okay, as I mentioned, the tickets are free. You have to write to them. And number 4, here is the address. It is not the address in Regina. It is not the usual Switchback address. It is the CBC offices in Saskatoon. There it is. Switchback tickets, care of CBC, the 5th floor CN Towers in Saskatoon. Postal code is S7K1J5. 5th floor CN Towers in Saskatoon, S7K1J5. Now, we can't promise to give everybody tickets who asks for them, but we'll give out as many tickets as we can, well over 1,000. So write to us as quick as we can, and we hope to have a jam-packed house in 3 weeks when we're in Saskatoon. Also, I mentioned the air bands. The first show in the morning will be an air band show, and we're going to need some auditions. Now, I know you folks in Saskatoon and that area have been practicing already, so here's what you have to do with your auditions. Get your band together and then meet us March the 7th, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll be in Saskatoon at the 25th Street Theater for those air band auditions. 25th Street Theater, Saturday, March the 7th, 1 o'clock. Now make sure you bring your music on a cassette tape and bring your own instruments or your own props, cardboard guitars or drums or wigs, whatever you think it will take to impress us enough to appear on Switchback live in Saskatoon, the morning show, March the 15th. Okay, we'll also update you next week on any further events dealing with Saskatoon. Still ahead on Switchback, we've got the Man in Motion Grand Prize winners, Paul Brody, Paul Wayne, Paul Simon, Paul Henderson, Paul Williams, well, a bunch of guys named Paul, as well as Canada Games athletes, fresh from Cape Breton. All that in 2 minutes.
We asked hundreds of Canadian cat owners to try new Whiskas with their cats.
They're like the children. They're like the babies of the family. The first time I opened a tin of Whiskas, I noticed the difference. It came out more in chunks. It wasn't like a mush. When I put the Whiskas out for them, that's it. They just go to it. They just clean their plates. They didn't stop. I think it's the best cat food on the market. I really do.
Try new Whiskas and see for yourself if your cat prefers it.
Hi, I'm from the Energy Doctor. In the interest of comfort and lower energy costs, you've insulated your walls and your ceilings. Now, what about your windows? The answer is clear. Energy Doctor insulating acrylic windows fit inside your existing windows to form a tight seal against the elements. Call your Energy Doctor today. You'll find us under Windows.
Value, selection, and service. You find it every time you step into a DeFair Home Furnishing showroom. Right now, take advantage of unbeatable savings on top name, top quality furniture and appliances during DeFair's Not One Red Cent Down Saving Spectacular. Choose from our tremendous selection and don't pay 1 red cent down, pay no interest, and make no payments till summer. Remember, this is a limited time offer.
Discover the quality, discover the savings at a DeFair Home Furnishing Center near you.
Snickers is bigger, Snickers is bigger, Snickers is bigger because it put more in.
There's more to satisfy you in the new bigger Snickers bar. More crunchy peanuts, more peanut butter nougat, more creamy caramel, more rich milk chocolate, more Snickers to enjoy, more Snickers to satisfy you. Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies. And now,
Snickers is bigger, Snickers is bigger, Snickers is bigger because they put more in. There's more to satisfy you. Yeah!
Okay, Saskatchewan, jam-packed crowd here this morning. We're having a good time. It's my very special pleasure right now to introduce 3 of Saskatchewan's finest athletes, very fresh Well, okay, recently they just got back from a week in Cape Breton at the Canada Games, representing our province, doing very well, and here they are right now, starting on my immediate right, closest to me. I don't know your name.
Sonia Teese.
Oh, Sonia Teese. Oh, this would be Sonia Teese. Sorry, Sonia. I'm forgetting all these people. I just met them. And Sonia, you were involved with synchronized swimming?
Yes.
And you got all wet? Apparently that's part of the thing. I'll chat with you in a sec. Next up, we have Roger Arsenault, who is a wrestler, seated in his predominantly blue uniform in the middle there. And Jeff Toohey at the end. Give us a wave, Jeff. Yes, Jeff is awake. And Jeff is a very large person, in fact, at 100 kilograms. Sonia, I'll start with you right off the bat. You represented not only, I guess, your own swim club here in our province, but you got to read the athlete's oath at the Canada Games. Tell us a little bit about what the oath is or what it means, and then what that meant to you.
Well, one male athlete and one female athlete were chosen to read the oath at the opening ceremonies, and it's just what everyone says before they light the flame at Canada Games.
It's sort of a pledge to do your best and be honest and true and Canadian and a lot of that kind of thing. How were you chosen of all the people?
I'm not quite sure, but the Canada Games are in Saskatoon in 1989, so they decided to choose an athlete from Saskatchewan.
And was the male athlete also from Saskatchewan?
No, he was from Nova Scotia.
Maybe that's the host province, and then the next games might be what they do. Roger, seated in the middle there, a wrestler. The Saskatchewan team did very well in wrestling. I see you have a medal there dangling about your neck. We'll get a close look at the medal, and you can tell us how you won that.
Well, we had a competition, and I came second. I lost in the final to a guy from BC.
Now, all the provinces are there? So there's 10 provinces and 2 territories?
Yukon wasn't there.
Okay, the Yukon didn't have a wrestling team?
They didn't have a team, no.
Okay, so pretty tough competition for you, rumbling about doing things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, silver medal, well done. If you folks out there have a question for any of these 3 athletes about what they did personally, what they did as a team, how our province is doing, or just, well, how's the weather in Cape Breton anyway? Give us a call right now. The numbers are on the screen. I'm sure you know those numbers, and we'll try to answer those questions or make up some answers that'll have you fooled. Jeff, you're a big guy down there, 100 kilograms, and you have, I believe, the gold medal around your neck there. Did you have a tough time bringing the gold home to Saskatchewan?
Oh yeah, well, it was pretty good competition, I must say. Yes. You know, there's lots of people, and there was a person from every province in my weight class except for one. So.
And you bent them up into a little pretzel and went, ugh! Did you pin everybody? Was it close?
I pinned or 12-pointed everybody except for the guy in the final. I beat him 10-0.
10-0.
Or 10-1. Yeah, 10-1.
10-1. Yeah, I thought he got one on you. Where was he from?
He was from BC.
Oh, so British Columbia does pretty well. One of the things I just learned that the Saskatchewan team has never done better than 6th overall, and all the 5 provinces that finish ahead of us are all bigger than us. It's one of the things that usually happens at Canada Games. I know with you, Sonia, in synchronized swimming, Quebec and Alberta and Ontario and BC are big provinces. A lot of athletes, they do pretty well, but we did 5th in synchronized swimming, which is pretty good for not a big province. Was that maybe better than you expected, or what you were hoping for?
That was our goal, to place 5th. Saskatchewan has never placed 5th at Canada Games in synchronized swimming before. So
is there an arch rival that you were hoping to unseed?
Well, it was between Manitoba and Newfoundland and Saskatchewan.
Right. Okay, well done. Now we're going to grab some calls here and see what folks have to say. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hello.
Hello.
I'd like to know what do you have to do to kind of get up to the top?
You mean as far as dedication, or how they get chosen for this team, or which?
Yeah, how do you get chosen for the team?
Okay, we'll start with you, Roger. How did the wrestlers get picked to represent our province?
Well, we had trials back in November. It was a seeding tournament, and you got seeded in the province 1 through 3, and then from there we just wrestled the normal season, and then in January we had the actual games trials, and the top seed, they had a bye right into the final, and all the other wrestlers had to climb their way up like a pyramid to wrestle.
It's quite involved. Of course, there are a lot of wrestlers around. I suppose if you're involved with Jakari or Tiddlywinks, it might not be quite so hard to get there because there aren't so many athletes. Thanks for calling.
Thanks.
All right, bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
This is Jonathan Murphy from Woodland, Saskatchewan, and I got a question for Sonia.
Okay, this is for you, Sonia.
How long have you been swimming?
I've been swimming for 8 years.
8 years. And you're, what, 11 now? So, just kidding. Synchronized swimming, though, is really picking up. I think all the provinces are doing much better than they used to, I guess. So have you been synchronized swimming for 8 years?
Yes, I have.
Or just swimming, yeah.
Synchronized
I
swimming.
sort of have this unsynchronized technique when I do it. Like a rock on the bottom. Thanks for calling. Okay, bye-bye. Good morning, welcome to Switchback.
I was wondering if this is for the wrestler.
For the wrestler, okay.
What color of medal does he have?
What color of medal does he have? Well, most of the crayons come off already. Jeff, yours looks to be gold.
Yeah, I got a gold medal.
You got the gold one, and Roger has the silver. So that's a first place and a second place, which is very well done. Thanks for calling.
I have another thing.
Okay.
This is a joke for the wrestler.
A joke for the wrestler.
Okay. Early in the morning, two dead wrestlers got up to fight. Back to back, they faced each other, drew their fists, and killed each other. A deaf wrestler heard the noise and came and killed the two dead boys.
You know, sometimes things make a lot of sense, and other times they don't. What's your name?
George.
George?
Moffat.
Okay, well, thanks for whatever that was.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. I haven't really got a clue what he said, but it was interesting. You guys had a lot of fun down there and met a lot of athletes from other provinces. Thanks very much for being here. I know it was a sacrifice for you guys because you just got in on the plane very early this morning, and I know now you'll probably be, well, training all afternoon again. But thanks very much for coming in. Don't go away, though. You're going to help me a little bit. Sonia, I'll get you to hold this album on your lap and just point it over here at this camera right here. Nice and level like this. This is the chance for you folks out there, Saskatchewan. I'm going to be making some phone calls, and you have a chance to win the album you're looking at right there. Let me see if I can... There we go. I'm now placing a phone call. I'm now placing a phone call. If this is your phone ringing, pick it up and say, make it quick, I'm watching Switchback. You could win this Rock 86 album, so beautifully displayed by Sonia. Sonia, have you ever considered television? Vanna White, look out. This Rock 86 album, we're listening to, who's that? Mike and the Mechanics, I believe. One of the cuts on that album.
Hello?
Hello, is Angela there, please?
Who's that calling?
This is Bill Wright from Switchback.
Make it quick, I'm watching Switchback.
Oh, make it quick, I'm watching Switchback. You kind of snuck that one. Is this you, Angela?
Yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations. You're a winner. Angela, you live at Beardy's, which is near Duck Lake. And you just snuck in. Was that your mom that answered?
Yeah.
The first time? Well, congratulations. We'll be sending up this Rock 86 album to you within, well, allow 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. Thanks very much, Angela. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Can I get you to pass that over to Roger? All right, here we go. Making another phone call. If this is your phone ringing, pick it up and say, make it quick. I, too, am watching Switchback. Brian Adams, Summer 69. One of the cuts you'll find on this Rock 86 album, so beautifully displayed for us this morning by Roger Arsenault, silver medalist at the Canada Winter Games. Roger, you scoundrel. He's turning that album around. Flip it over now. Go ahead and do it if you want. Yeah, Vanna White is safe with you. The Rock 86 album, famous because it's, well, old. So we're trying to give away as many of those as we can. Thanks, Roger. That's 5 rings. You know, after one more ring, we can't do any more. There's the last ring. I'm really sorry. That was you, Trent Patterson in Regina, who had a chance to win but didn't. I'm going to do one really quick now. We passed that album down the line. Jeff Toohey, the gold medalist at the Canada Winter Games, is now displaying the Rock 86 album. If that's your phone ringing out there, pick it up and say, make it quick, I'm watching Switchback, and you could win the Rock 86 album. We have another winner. That sounds to me like it's Shanna Halbert. Is that correct? Shanna, congratulations. You live in Regina? Is that correct? That's correct. It looks like a Regina phone number to me. Well, thanks very much for writing in. You're one of our faithful viewers. Thanks for giving me your phone number. And you'll win this Rock 86 album. We'll send that to you in, well, 6 to 8 weeks. All right. Thanks very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay, that's all there is to it. Thanks to you folks. And remember, anytime you're writing for any contest, always give us your phone number. And you never know, you could win an old album. Thanks very much to you folks. We're going to be back with Paul and Paul and Paul and Paul and a whole bunch of people in 2 minutes.
That's right, Amanda. Cable Regina's National Video doesn't forget the children. Every day you can rent 2 children's movies for $2.22.
I like Cable Regina's National Video.
National Video, open 7 days a week until 10 p.m. at Park in Victoria.
New Bounty is coconut, moist, tender coconut, covered with a thick, smooth, chocolatey coating. Bounty, moist, tender coconut gives you the taste of paradise.
Since we opened our doors over 20 years ago, Audio Warehouse has offered the best price and selection on brand name products available. Our experienced salespeople are always eager to find the home and automotive electronics that are right for you. And Audio Warehouse backs up great prices with service when you need it, completed right here by qualified technicians. Audio Warehouse, great prices, tremendous selection, and superb service every day of the year. So come on down!
What's the first thing you should look for when buying a new home? Look for a quality builder. One who will assist you with the financing, offer sweat equity and pay the option plans to help build your down payment, and people to help you sell your existing home.
New home buyers, take advantage of payments as low as $514. Cash down from $950.
Find out about our Trade a Home program or first-time buyers' $3,000 incentive plan. Whether your needs are new or resale, Crawford Homes and Realty is the team to remember.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan, to Switchback without the S. One of the reasons why the S is here and not on the desk is because today is the day we're going to announce the 10 grand prize winners from our Man in Motion poster contest. Okay, and each of those 10 people will win one of the letters off the front of the desks. This desk. Everybody, of course, who entered and sent us a self-addressed stamped envelope will win a portion of the desk. And, of course, all of the people that were weekly winners will win a Switchback mug. But right now, let's take a look at our 10 grand prize winners. And congratulations to all of you folks. There's our first winner, Michelle Lutz in Regina. There's Adam Palmer in Bladworth. Incidentally, these winners, 10 of them in total, were drawn at random from all of the weekly winners. We felt that way we'd get the best representation of people throughout the province, various age groups and various artistic skills, I suppose you would say. Kristen Van Thune, Jason Innes in Saskatoon, thanks very much. A lot of Go Rick Go posters. We'll be sending all these posters ahead to the Vancouver headquarters of the Man in Motion Tour. Thank you very much, Sarah, up there in Bigger. New York is big, but yes, this is bigger. And Mike Tate, a very colorful one there. Thanks to you as well, Mike. As I mentioned, all of these 10 people will be winning a piece of the Switchback desk, which has the big letters on it. The S, the W, the I, the T, the C, the H, the B, the A, the C, or the K. As an example, the S will go to our first winner right here. So we'll continue to saw up the desk and give these out to all you folks. And incidentally, we haven't sent anything out in the mail yet because we've had to keep all the posters around until today when we made that draw. Okay? Now, we also knew that a lot of you people did a great job because of your artwork and your artistic endeavors. We decided to have some honorable mentions. And we'll take a look at those honorable mentions right now. These people will win posters autographed by Rick Hansen's crew, the 4 people who were on our show. There you go, Libby. There you go, Angela Long, or Luong, I guess it is, in Regina. These are the ones we felt that just because of their artistic merit certainly deserve a mention and an honorable mention prize as well. There you go, Tracy Magnin in San Luis. Lorraine Turner, you're certainly a tiger. Thank you very much for that one. Melanie Pollock in Lumsden, another great piece of artwork there. There's a nice one from Saskatoon, very, very colorful. Thanks very much again to everyone who contributed to this contest. Rick's crew, and apparently Rick mentioned to them the next day how much he enjoyed all the posters and all the time and effort which you people have put into it. It'll certainly help him on his journey, and hopefully it'll help you people with awareness in general of the tour. I would like to show you here, yes, we're not kidding, we're giving away a whole bunch of mugs. These are just some of the mugs that will be going out to the weekly winners. There are some 75 weekly winners who will win mugs, well, just like these. Unfortunately, of course, these are used mugs. This is what the crew uses in the morning. So we'll send you fresh, brand new, spanking clean mugs. We'll continue to sew up the rest of the desk. All the letters will go to you 10 grand prize winners. A little piece of the desk goes to everybody that entered. Trust us, we're going to send it out in the mail as quick as S4P 4A1 can do it. We got a new contest for you. Actually, it is as a result of the fact that our desk is now in a billion pieces and will soon be even chopped down some more. We want to know, because we don't have a desk, what should we use from now on as a desk? Have you got an idea how we can replace the switchback desk? Would it be a waterbed? Would it be a hanging chair? Let your imagination go crazy and let your feet do whatever you want down there. So if you have an idea of how we can replace our switchback desk, give us that idea. We're going to pick some of those ideas and try to do them. So come up with a bizarre notion, write that down and send it to us. Here is our switchback address. It is Switchback, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina, and the postal code is S4P 4A1. You will win, if we use your idea, a mug, a t-shirt, and an album. So a lot of prizes for this thing. Time now for the second half of Get Smart. This week, Max's dog Fang is involved. It's called I'm Only Human.
Snickers is bigger, Snickers is bigger, Snickers is bigger because it put more in.
There's more to satisfy you in the new bigger Snickers bar. More crunchy peanuts, more peanut butter nougat, more creamy caramel, more rich milk chocolate, more Snickers to enjoy, more Snickers to satisfy you. Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies. And now,
Snickers is bigger, Snickers is bigger, Snickers is bigger because it put more in. There's more to satisfy you. Yeah!
Thinking about getting a different vehicle? Well, time's up. The vehicle you're looking for is on display right now at the Agribition Building. It's the Wheaton Chevrolet Celebration. Saskatchewan's largest GM dealer has moved indoors. Choose from over 400 new and used vehicles. On-the-spot financing. No down payment OAC. No gimmicks. Just good cars at good prices. Buy now during the Wheaton Chevrolet Celebration.
Full-flavored 100% beef patty, mustard, sauce, and pickles, tucked in a bakery fresh sesame seed bun. Dairy Queen's cooking them up right now for Canada's burger lovers. Delicious, sizzling, home-style burgers, all for an incredible price. A burger for under $1.
Whoop, but they're going fast. Oh, really fast. You better scoot on down while the burgers last, because at 99 cents, everybody's eating them up so fast, we're having a hard time keeping up the demand.
But we'll try.
We treat you right.
Hi, I'm from the Energy Doctor. In the interest of comfort and lower energy costs, you've insulated your walls and your ceilings. Now, what about your windows? The answer is clear. Energy Doctor insulating acrylic windows fit inside your existing windows to form a tight seal against the elements. Call your Energy Doctor today. You'll find us under Windows.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan. It's my chance right now to introduce the first of 3 Pauls in a row. This gentleman's name is Paul Brody, known as Mr. Saxophone right now. He's part of a 60 performance tour throughout our province. In fact, he leaves here today. He'll be in Balgonie and Pilot Butte and Milestone and Lumsden and Crono and Estevan, Cardiff next Saturday night, Yorkton, Vanguard, Frontier, East End, Cabri, AB, Leader, Burstall, Aston, Conquest, Carrobert. If you don't live in any of those places, you must live somewhere close to those places, so please get out and see this guy. Also on today, CBC Radio at 12:05, Gilmore's Albums is the name of the program. A new compact disc is out. Paul Brody's compact disc. It is called The Golden Age of Saxophone. This guy is Mr. Saxophone indeed, and he's going to tell us about why he's Mr. Saxophone and what he's doing in our province. Right now, let's welcome Paul Brody.
I'm very happy to be here, Bill. I don't suppose many of the viewers know that I grew up in Regina. I went to Strathcona Public School, and I went to Central Collegiate, and I used to march up and down 11th Avenue with the Regina Lions Junior Band about 40 years ago. And tomorrow night, Monday night, I'm going to have a chance to talk to the A Band. It'll be wonderful going back to see them. I'm in Saskatchewan for 5 weeks playing concerts for a wonderful organization called Saskatchewan Junior Concerts, and I have one of their buttons here because they're having their 30th anniversary, and they asked me to come back and be the first first tour for the 30th anniversary, and I'm in Saskatchewan, as you mentioned, doing 60 concerts. I brought 3 of my saxophones with me because these are the ones that sit underneath the seat in front of me on the Air Canada planes. And every school that I go to, I'm performing these 3 instruments, and you can see that they all have something in common. They're made out of brass, and they're all small on one end and larger on the other. This is the tiniest saxophone of them all, and it's a rare instrument called a sopranino saxophone. I'm going to play a couple of notes so you'll all hear what a beautiful sound this sopranino saxophone has. So that's, thank you. That's the tiniest saxophone of 14 different sizes and shapes, but I couldn't bring them all to Saskatchewan. I just brought the 3. This is the saxophone I played in the movie Heaven Can Wait. You remember that film with Warren Beatty and won an Academy Award? And I'm going to play you a couple of notes on a soprano saxophone. So the bigger the saxophone, the deeper the sound. Here's the most famous saxophone of all the 14. This is the famous alto saxophone, and I'm going to play the lowest note for you, and you'll have no trouble guessing what this sounds like. Sounds like a foghorn. So the next time a boat goes by and you hear that sound, now you know there's a saxophone player making that sound on the boat. And now I'm going to show you a funny thing a saxophone can do. I'm going to laugh for you. So the saxophone can make you laugh. Not many instruments can do something like that. I'm going to show you that a saxophone can make you cry. You'll feel tears in your eyes when you hear the sad saxophone. Very sad saxophone this morning. And here is, you won't believe this, an angry saxophone. So I'm going to have it, thank you. I'm going to have a chance to go all over Saskatchewan showing boys and girls, over 20,000 of them, all the lovely things about the saxophone. Thanks, Bill, for inviting me here today.
You're very welcome, Paul. Thanks very much for your involvement. Time now for our second Paul in a row. This is Paul Wayne, who's joined me on the couch right now. Now, you want to hear a guy with some impressive credentials or credits to his list. Paul is a television writer, a Canadian who now lives in the States. Tarzana, interesting place to live. But Paul has, to his credit, almost every television show, especially a comedy show that has ever been. Bewitched, The Carol Burnett Show, Smothers Brothers, Three's Company, All in the Family, Sanford and Son, Benson, Bazaar, and even Check It Out with Don Adams, of course, the star of Get Smart, which we run on the show. So please welcome Paul Wayne. Paul, thanks very much for being here.
Did I do all that?
Well, somebody said you did. It is a very impressive list. I'd like to know, first of all, what are you doing here? You've worked with all the big guns in Hollywood, still do. Very successful career. We're proud of you being a Canadian. What are you doing in Regina on a Sunday morning?
Well, because, I was dying to get up Sunday morning to do this show, of course. When I left Los Angeles, it was 75 degrees. It was like the tropics. I was swimming every day, you know. And somebody said that the weather here was better. So I jumped on a plane and got here right away. I mean, I thought, it's been a little cool, you know. But I'm still waiting for the weather to get a little better than it is in Los Angeles, so that I can.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's a little bit cooler, but the air is clean.
Yeah.
Definitely cleaner.
Oh, it's clean. Yeah, no.
You're here working on a pilot, which will be done right here in Regina, with an interesting title. It's called Midnight in Moose Jaw.
Right.
And you're working, helping the writers, or you are one of the writers as well?
Yeah, I'm what they call a supervising writer. In other words, I sort of guide the script along. There's some very, very good talent here. We found a woman and a husband-wife team, Barbara Saperja and Jeff Ursel, who originated the idea. And I brought a writer in from Toronto called Rod Conybeare. Rod Conybeare used to be on The Friendly Giant. He used to be the puppet voices on The Friendly Giant.
Jerome. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also a very clever writer, you know. So what I'm doing in essence is sort of shepherding it along and making sure that that it has a kind of gloss on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
we don't want to let out too many secrets about exactly what Midnight in Moose Jaw is, but it'll be a pilot, hopefully getting together in May, and hopefully it'll become a network show.
Are there secrets about it? Nobody's told me any secrets.
Well, I know there's a secret after Midnight in Moose Jaw. I'm not sure before the witching hour exactly what happens. I was interested in knowing, now, you actually, I guess, are responsible for creating Three's Company, as we know it. Very popular show. Most everyone has seen it. It's in syndication. It's gone around a couple times. The notion started, though, in England, and you were responsible for that. Tell us how that came together.
No, I wasn't responsible for the show in England.
I see.
No, Brian Cook was the originator of, it was called Man About the House. And then the States bought it, and they asked me and a fellow by the name of George Burdett to come and write it for them, because the same producers were working on All in the Family, and we had done some All in the Family, so that we knew each other fairly well. So we were the first writers on the American show, on Three's Company. And but it did indeed start in England, and we saw some of the shows, and it was quite different. The acting, of course, was quite different, and in England they have a tendency to get a little broader and do a little more. They have a little more license than we do. We tend to work in a few more restricted areas.
Right.
But it was kind of fun for a while, and it was fun working with Suzanne Summers and the rest of the cast, and John Ritter, who's the son of Tex, as you probably know. And they were a lovely group, and it was a lot of fun working on it.
Now, you've worked with a lot of fun people. Do you find that you can surround yourself with fun people? What do you do down in Tarzana? Have people over and have fun? Your whole life is fun. When I look down the list here at all the different shows, what about Norman Lear? Have you a good relationship with him? And is he a funny guy, or is he the idea guy? I've never really understood how TV shows are made that way.
Yeah, nobody actually sits around and does jokes, you know, for every 4 seconds, you know. And everybody that is in the comedy business has a tendency to be extremely serious about the business, you know. Comedy is, you've heard often enough, a very serious business, and the tendency is to sit and, we were just chatting about it the other day. I was chatting with the other writers, and I was saying that I've worked in comedy quite a bit, and comedy writers as a whole do not tend to laugh at jokes. What they do, I find, is when they think that something is funny, they knock on the table. That's funny. You know? And if it's really funny, they knock twice. That's funny. But nobody ever laughs. If it's falling down funny, you'll get 3 maybe. Oh, that's funny.
So it's pretty hard to make comedy writers laugh.
Yeah, it's a very serious business, because it's, I mean, just like anything else. I mean, it's not like being a surgeon or anything like that, you know. I mean, but I imagine those guys don't have too many laughs either, you know.
Right. Paul, if I can get you just to hold on for a second, I have an idea. Paul Simon, you can wait. We'll see your album next week. Boy in a Bubble is good. Could win a Grammy, but we'll save that for next week, because I want to keep chatting with my friend Paul here. Let me touch on something. Being a writer for television and an idea man, creator of shows, what's the secret? I know there's probably this elusive formula, or maybe there isn't. Sometimes you don't know till after the show's out there that it works. But is there any simple guide as to what it is that makes writing for television successful?
Well, I think probably one of the big secrets is to have done it over and over again until it becomes rote, almost. And not that that's a good idea, because that kind of thing kills freshness. And you always have to be aware all the time that it's not really terrific to do the same thing over and over again, because all you're doing is carbon copies of course, of the last things that you've done. But experience is really the master here. I found that when I've come to Canada a couple of times, there have been a lot of people who have been extremely talented. What they do lack is seriousness. And seriousness. What they do lack is experience. And that's funny.
Okay, that's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know.
Sorry.
The knock
That's
without the
funny.
line is
That's
you know,
funny.
that's nothing.
They lack the experience of just doing it enough.
They lack the experience of doing it enough, and it has always been my feeling that if we get enough people, I mean, I've been down there for 20 years doing shows, and if we get enough people, especially Canadians who have come and sort of gotten into the show business routine in Los Angeles, you'd be surprised how many Canadians are down there, or maybe you wouldn't be surprised how many.
There's a lot of them. They seem to be behind the scenes, or we're not sure where they're from.
Well, they're behind the scenes, and they're also in front of the scenes, and they're producing the shows, and they're writing the shows, and I hear a lot too. The one thing I hear quite a great deal is, how come Canadian shows never look like American shows? And that's something I've never been able to understand, because all the American shows are really run by Canadians, you know. So I don't know. Maybe something happens to you when you just drift across the border. You know, it's like Lost Horizon.
I'm not sure. We got to go away for a 2-minute break, Paul. I'm going to ask you when we come back, what's your favorite TV show? And we'll do that and then say goodbye in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Value, selection, and service. You find it every time you step into a DeFair Home Furnishing showroom. Right now, take advantage of unbeatable savings on top-name, top-quality furniture and appliances during DeFair's Not One Red Cent Down Savings Spectacular. Choose from our tremendous selection and don't pay 1 red cent down, pay no interest, and make no payments till summer. Remember, this is a limited time offer.
Discover the quality, discover the savings at a DeFair Home Furnishing Center near you.
Snickers is bigger, Snickers is bigger, Snickers is bigger because it put more in.
There's more to satisfy you in the new bigger Snickers bar. More crunchy peanuts, more peanut butter nougat, more creamy caramel, more rich milk chocolate, more Snickers to enjoy, more Snickers to satisfy you. Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies. And now,
Snickers is bigger, Snickers is bigger, Snickers is bigger because it put more in. There's more to satisfy you. Yeah!
Every day, someone has an accident or an unexpected illness. Are you prepared to meet the additional health costs of road and air ambulance service? Preferred ward care, private duty nursing, in-hospital drugs, out-of-Canada and out-of-province emergency medical coverage, or other health benefits not presently covered. Protect your family with group medical services.
The Lube Tube, 1920 Francis Street, home of the 5-minute oil change. Drive in, no appointment necessary. And in 5 minutes or less, your vehicle will have a complete oil change with new oil and filter, grease job, and visual inspection of all fluid levels. If you don't have your oil changed regularly, you're saving a little time that could cost you a lot in the long run. There's no monkey business at the Lube Tube, just fast, efficient service. The Lube Tube, 1920 Francis Street, just north of Victoria.
Question to close it off then, Paul Wayne, what is your favorite television show?
Well, I tell you, my favorite on the air right now, I guess, is Cosby. Cosby's makes me laugh, and Saturday Night Live. Some of Saturday Night Live is very inventive, and is doing some good inroads into television. I like to watch the All in the Family reruns. I think that they really hold up. I loved that show when it was on the air. I thought it was a groundbreaker.
Speaking of which, I'm going to have to stifle you. Sorry, Edith and Archie and all the rest of you guys. Thanks very much to the guides for being here. Thanks to Paul Brody. Thanks to Paul Wayne. Thanks for the wrestlers and all the Canada Games athletes. Incidentally, these guys won the gold medal for our Saskatchewan team. Next week, Olympic pins and some other stuff. We'll see you guys in Vibank Wednesday night playing hockey. Bye, y'all.